Welcome to Information Technology Lab Practice, and this is Kumar Swami Dapa from SRRS Government Polytechnic College, Sirisilla. And today we are discussing about the introductory part of Microsoft Excel and several its components that are available on the working environment. So after completion of this session, a student will able to know what is a Microsoft Excel and where we can download or we can purchase the software, and why should we use this Microsoft Excel, and how to open the installed application or software. Later on we are discussing about the basics of workbook and worksheets, and then several window components that are available in the Excel environment. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to discuss in the today's session. Coming to the introduction part, so here the Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet. It is a spreadsheet application. So one thing I am telling, that there is no difference between an application and software. Okay, both are same synonym words. Okay, so here this spreadsheet, Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, is developed by the Microsoft Corporation, Microsoft. Okay, so this Excel application or software is available for Windows operating system, Mac operating system, Android operating system, and iOS operating system. Okay, so for different kinds of operating systems, they are developed the software. Okay, so the Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program. It is a spreadsheet program. Program is nothing but an application simply. Okay, so that is used to record and analyze the numerical data. So we are using this spreadsheet application, spreadsheet program, to record and analyze the numerical data. So here the numerical data, in the sense it may be any statistical data, it may be any numerical data. Okay, that we are using to analyze. This analysis can be used in further decision making process. Okay, so think of a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is nothing but a collection of columns and rows that forms a table. Spreadsheet is nothing but it is a combination of, it is a grid of, it is a collection of columns and rows. So collection of columns and rows, we can say that it is a table. A spreadsheet is nothing but a table of rows and columns. Okay, then here the we are saying that a spreadsheet is having several rows and columns, right? It is a collection of columns and rows. So the columns in the Excel application, in Excel software, are identified with the help of alphabetical letters like A, B, C, dash 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 dash, dash, and at last XFD. So last column name is XFD. So those many number of columns are there in a Excel 2007. Okay, so this is about columns. Now coming to the rows, coming to the rows, so the rows are identified with the help of numbers like 1 first row, 2 second row, 3 third row, and dash 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 up to some 1 lakh plus number of rows are there. Okay, anyway, that count we are going to discuss in further slide. Okay, so these are the cells. Okay, so these are the uh, columns and rows, right? A collection of columns and rows, we are calling it as a table. So this is looking like a table, right? So this is looking like a table. Okay, in these table, columns are identified with alphabets, letters, starts from A to Z, then AA to AZ, then BA to BZ, CA to CZ, and dash dash. At last, XFD is the last column name. And the rows are identified with the help of numbers. Okay. So here, the point where a column and row meet is called a cell. So let us look at this. So this is a cell. This is one cell. How we are saying that this seeth column and tooth row, second row, and C column both are meeting here. So this forms a cell. So this is also a cell. This is also a cell. So all these are cells. All these are cells, right? So a spreadsheet is nothing but collection of cells, a grid of cells. All these a grid of cells, right? These cells are arranged like grid-like structure, right? So this is about the cell, rows, columns, right? Now, why should I learn MS Excel? Here I am going to explain this with the help of a simple example. Okay, so why should we learn this MS Excel? So anyway, we all deal with numbers in one way or in another. We are dealing with the numbers in any form, in any order. Okay, we all have daily expenses. So this is another simple example. We have daily expenses which we pay for from the monthly income that we earn. Here we all are spending the expenses from the income that we are getting. So for one to spend wisely, they will need to know their income versus expenditure. So they should have some clear information about the expenses in proportional with the income. Okay, so Microsoft comes in handy when we want to record, analyze, store such numeric data. Microsoft comes in handy when we want to record, analyze, store such numerical data. So we can we can record the numerical data, we can store the numerical data, and we can perform the analytical operation on the data that is entered or stored on the spreadsheets, Excel. Okay, so this analysis gives the accurate information or clear information about the expenses with respect to the income. Okay, so where can I get the Microsoft Excel software? Where can I get the Microsoft Excel software? So here the Microsoft Excel is a part of the Microsoft Office suite of program. So Microsoft Excel is part of Microsoft Office suite. The Office suite is bundled with the Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint presentation software, Microsoft Excel software, and Microsoft Outlook, and etc. So all those programs, all those softwares are combined together, and we are calling it as a Microsoft Office suite. If you install Microsoft Office suite, means it automatically installed Excel software, Word software, PowerPoint software, Outlook software, and its Access software, Microsoft Access database software, and etc. Okay, so here uh, we can get the Microsoft the software in two ways. One is you can buy it from the hardware computer shop that also sells the software. So generally, where we are purchasing the uh, computers or laptops from the shops, right? So there we can purchase the Office Suite software CD, or you can download it from the Microsoft website. We can download the software from the Microsoft website by registering ourselves and paying the license key fee. So here one thing I am going to tell you that this Microsoft Office Suite is a proprietary software. It is not a freeware. It is not a freeware. So you need to know what is a freeware. If the software is open to all, anybody can download it, anybody can do modification to the programs or the code which is related to that particular software is open, then we can say that it is a freeware software. Okay, so like a Linux operating system, it is a freeware software. Open Office, it is a free software. But coming to the Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Office Suite, it is not a freeware, it is a proprietary software. So if you want to use this proprietary software, you need to purchase, you need to pay some fee in the form of a license fee to get the license key, valid key. Okay, so for that purpose you need to pay fee, and then you get the licensed version of Office Suite. Licensed version of Office Suite. So licensed version is combined with several extra features that are not available in the uh, demo version. Okay, so Microsoft Office Suite is a proprietary version. We need to purchase the license by paying the fee, license fee. Okay, now how to open Microsoft Excel. So here, after installing the Microsoft application with the help of Office Suite software, you can open the any application which are related to Office Suite. One of the application is Microsoft Excel. Okay, so if you want to open the Microsoft Excel, so first of all, running Excel is not different from any other Windows programs. So it is same as like running other programs, other Windows programs like a Notepad, like Paint. Okay, so running is same. So go for that purpose. So if you want to open the Microsoft Excel, so the procedure to be followed here, click on the start menu and point to all programs, then point to Microsoft Excel, then click on the Microsoft Excel, then that particular application or software will be open. So these are the steps to be followed for Windows XP, Vista and Windows 7. All these Windows XP, Vista and 7, all these are all GUI based softwares. So what is GUI? GUI is nothing but a graphical user interface. GUI is nothing but graphical user interface where this here the opponent one is uh, CUI, command user interface. In the command user interface it is looking like MS DOS, right? DOS version. So here the communication with the computer can be done in the with the help of several commands like DIR command, copycon command, like that. Okay, so communication can be done with the help of commands. Here we can easily identify which operation we are performing and which application need to open. So all these are separated with several icons, the meaningful icons. By seeing the icons it is going to explain what it is going to perform. Okay, in GUI we have things in the form of graphical objects like icons. Okay, now let us understand the workbook. So after opening the Excel application, a workbook will be opened. That workbook is consisting of several worksheets. In the worksheets the user is going to enter the data, store the data, analyze the data. Okay, a workbook is a collection of worksheets. So please note it down. A workbook is a collection of worksheets. By default, a workbook has three worksheets in Excel. The default worksheets that are available in a workbook is the number of worksheets that are available in a workbook by default is 3. These three worksheets are labeled with the names sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. Okay, so these are the three sheets that are available by default with the workbook. Okay, so you can delete or you can add more sheets to the to suit your requirement. So by defaultly three worksheets are available. If you want to add more you can, if you want to delete you can, if you want to rename you can. So anything you can perform based on your requirement. Okay, so you can rename these sheet names to more meaningful names like daily expenses, monthly budget, etc. Okay, so if you rename the sheet 1 with daily expenses, now this particular name is a meaningful one. By seeing this name we can say that this is the file, it contains all the daily expenses. So this sheet contains all the daily expenses line by line. So for example another sheet with name monthly budget. So I by seeing this name we can say that it is a meaningful name. This name gives that a clear idea about the monthly budget, monthly income and expenditures of a particular person or a thing or an enterprise. Okay, so like this we can assign several names, several meaningful names to the sheets. The default names are sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5 and so on. If you won't give any name, if you are creating sequentially, then the naming sequence will be sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4 and etc. dash 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 1 2 3 will be increased preceded with a text sheet. Okay, so this is about the workbook. Okay, the workbook contains three default worksheets. They are labeled with sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Okay, if you want to modify the names of those sheets you can perform, you can give the meaningful names. Okay, And if you want to create more sheets, you can create. If you want to delete the already existed sheet or default sheets, yes, you can. Okay, anyway, that we are going to discuss in the practical session. Okay, now let us switch on to the worksheet. So we are saying that workbook contains 3 worksheets by default. So now what is a worksheet? A worksheet is a collection of rows and columns. So we already discussed in the previous slide. A worksheet is a collection of rows and columns that forms table. That forms table, right? A table agreed of the intersection point of rows and columns, we are calling it as cells, right? So when a row and a column meet, they form a cell. So worksheet is nothing but a collection of cells. Cells are used to record the data, the actual information that we want to store, that can be entered in the cells. Okay, each cell is uniquely identified by using cell address. Every cell is identified with the help of a unique name. We can say that it is a cell address. Cell address. Okay, so even though a sheet contains lakhs of cells, every cell is uniquely identified with the help of an address, that we are calling it as cell address. Okay, so here the cell address we can identify with the help of a column label and a row label. So here columns are usually labeled with the letters and rows are, while rows are usually labeled with the numbers. So I already told you, for example, let us consider. So this is 8th column, and this is bth column, and this is first row, and this is second row, and so on and so on. Now column is labeled with A and row is labeled with 1. The intersection point of a row and column is a cell. So now this is a cell. Now how we are identifying this particular cell? What is the address of this cell means column name followed by row number A1. So this cell is labeled with an address A1. So what about this one? B2. What about this one? B1. What about this one? A2. So neither two cells have an equal address. Okay, every cell is having an unique address. Okay, so this is about the cell addresses. Now let us it's time to discuss several components that are appear while opening the after opening the Excel application. So these are the several terminology that we are frequently used while using the Excel application. Okay, so here active cell. So let us give some brief discussion about all these things. Active cell, column, what is meant by row, what is meant by fill handle, what is an address bar, what is formula bar, what are ribbons, and what is meant by one worksheet tab, what is quick access toolbar, and what is office button, what is status bar, and etc. Title bar, and etc. So all these things that we are going to discuss. So if you have a clear idea on these things, on these components, then you are well with the uh, you are more familiar with the Excel application easily. You can learn the application more easily, quickly. Okay, now what is meant by an active cell? Here, so let us look at the diagram. These are the columns labeled with A, B, C, D, E, and these are the rows labeled with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now all these are cells. All these are cells. Among these cells, one of the cell is highlighted with some border, some black color border here. That is called active cell. That is called active cell. The highlighted cell is an active cell. Okay. So how we know which cell is highlighted? So with the help of mouse left button, if you press on any cell, then that particular cell becomes an active cell. That active cell address is identified with the help of column number and column name and row number. So D3. So this is the address D3. Now D3 is the active cell. D3 is the active cell. Okay. Now let us discuss the theoretical one. A cell which is currently selected. For example, if I press mouse left button here, then this cell becomes an active cell and this one becomes an inactive cell, as these are all. It will be highlighted by a rectangular box and its address will be shown in the address bar. So this is the address bar. In the address bar, the cell address is going to be displayed. You can active a cell by clicking on it or by using your arrow button. So here we have left, right, top and as well as bottom arrow keys are available on the keypad. You can use these navigation arrows keys to move your active cell among the worksheet. For example, this one is the active cell. For example, if you press the up arrow button, now this cell become an active one. If you press the down arrow button, this one becomes an active one, left and right. So at a time only one cell becomes acting as an active cell. Okay. Now, so the active cell is the one where we are going to enter the data. Okay. You can active a cell by clicking on it or by using the arrow button. To edit a cell, you double click on it or use F2 as well. So you can enter the data by editing the active cell. You can update the data that is already existing in the cell in two ways. Either double click on it or use F2. So this is one way, and another way is select the active cell and move on to the formula bar. So here this is the formula bar. The content of this active cell is already displayed here. So you can update the content or you can enter the new one. So that we are going to discuss in the formula bar component. Okay. So this is about active cell. Active cell address is displayed in the address bar. Okay. You can select the active cell with the help of mouse left button or navigation keys. So after choosing the active cell, you can enter the content into the active cell in three ways. One is double click on it and enter the text or information. Press the F2 functional key and enter the information. Move on to the address bar and enter the information. So these are the three ways that we can use to enter the information into the active cell. Okay. Now let us discuss what is columns. A column is a vertical set of cells. A single worksheet contained 16384 total columns. So here now we are talking about 2007 version of this Microsoft Office. In 2007 version we have these many number of columns are there. So these columns are labeled with A, B, C, dash 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 XFD. Okay, and every column has its own alphabet for identity from A to XFD. You can select a column clicking on its header. You can select the entire column by clicking on its header, that is nothing but the A, B, C, etc. Okay. So for example, let us discuss about 2003 version. In 2003 version, we have 2.8 number of columns are there. 2 power 8 means 256 columns are there. 256 columns are there. That 256 is upgraded to 16,384 in 2007 version. Okay. Coming to the rows. A row is a horizontal set of cells. Horizontal set of cells. So this is a row. This is a row. A row is a horizontal set of cells. A single worksheet contains 1,04,048 sorry 10,48,576 total rows are there. Every row has its own number for identity starting from 1 to 1048576. So this is the range. These many number of rows are there, and 16,384 number of columns are there. Okay, so you can select a row by clicking on the row number. So for example, this is one. If you click on this, then this entire row will be selected. Okay, now let us discuss about this fill handle. So it is more useful component in the Excel application. So let us move on this diagram. So these are all cells. These are all cells, and this one is the active cell. This one is the active cell. The active cell is surrounded with a border, right? A rectangular box is surrounded with some black border, and at the lower right corner of the active cell, lower right corner of the active cell, this one, lower right corner of the active cell, lower right corner of the active cell, a small dot is present. A small dot is present. It helps you to fill numerical values, text series, insert range, insert serial numbers, and etc. So that is much useful to fill a numerical sequence. To copy the content of a number or text series, text, etc. Okay, so you can we can drag this fill handle by moving mouse cursor onto this particular dot, and we can drag vertically as well as horizontally in any direction, in any direction. Then either the copy or series of content will be generated automatically. No need to enter the data manually. Address bar. Let us discuss about this address bar. So here address bar going to tell the which cell is in active mode, in which cell is active among the available grid of cells. The active cell is highlighted with the border, right? Rectangular box is there, right? And that that active cell corresponding column and row numbers are highlighted. Column and row numbers are highlighted. So here A is highlighted and 1 is highlighted, and this one is the active cell. Now the address is A1. If you have selected more than one cell, if you have selected more than one cell, for example, you are selecting all these for cells that are available on the first row. Even though you are selecting a range of cells, more than one cells, it shows the address of first cell in the range. Whatever the first cell you have chosen, that address will be displayed on the address bar. Okay. Now coming to the formula bar. So this is the formula bar. We are using formula bar to enter the formulas, to input the several formulas which are related to analysis purpose. That may be a mathematical formula or economical formula or anything, logical formula. And we can also use formula bar to enter the information onto the active cell. Okay, so the formula bar is an input bar below the ribbon. It shows the content of the active cell, and you can also use it to enter a formula in the cell. You can enter the content of the active cell. It shows the content of the active cell. You can enter the new content, or you can update the already existed content of the active cell. You can also enter the formulas in the active cell by using this formula bar. Now title bar, uh, right? So this one title bar shows the name of your workbook followed by the application name of Microsoft Excel. So here, introduction to Excel and its components, Microsoft Excel 2007, something like this extension is there. Okay, so this is the title bar. It is available above the menu bar. Okay, and this one is the top one. Right side of the title bar, minimize, maximize buttons are there, and close button is also there, and left side office button, quick access toolbar is there. Okay, so title bar shows the name of your workbook, whatever the name you are giving. The default name is workbook 1, workbook 2, like that. Next one is the file menu or office button. So here, this one is the office button or file menu. It is bundled with several commands like new, open, save, save as, print, prepare, send, publish, and close. All these commands are there, right? All these operations we can perform under the office button. A file menu is a simple menu like all other applications, all other commands. It contains operations like save, save as, open, new, print, Excel options, and share, etc. All these options are there in the office button. Quick access toolbar. So this one is the quick access toolbar beside the office button. This this quick access toolbar we are using to access the most frequently used commands or operation. You can perform most frequently or repeatedly used or performed operations, commands are included in the quick access toolbar, so that we can quickly perform the operation. Okay, a toolbar to quickly access the options which you frequently use is called quick access toolbar. You can add your favorite options by adding new options to quick access toolbar. So you can customize the quick access toolbar. You can add any command whatever you want. Okay, so this can be customized with the help of this down arrow button, drop down button. Okay, now coming to the worksheet tab. This tab shows all the worksheets which are present in the workbook. So this is the worksheet tab. A workbook by default contains 3 sheets, right? Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Now sheet 1 is enabled, so we are performing operation on sheet 1. If you click on sheet 2, now you can enter the data on sheet 2. If you click on sheet 3, you can enter the data on sheet 3. If you press this one, this symbol indicates a new sheet. If you press this one, a new sheet will be created with the name sheet 4. If you again press this one, sheet 5, sheet 6, like that, any number of sheets you can create. Okay, and if you double click on this name, then this name will be in edited mode, where you can change this name and type whatever the name you want. Okay, that we are going to discuss in the practical session. Okay, so this is about the worksheet tab. It is above the status bar, and it is available below the work area. Okay, so this is the status bar. Generally it is a thin bar at the bottom of the Excel window. Completely it is in the bottom. It will give you an instant help once you start working in Excel. Once you are using an Excel, then if you are performing some operation, then it is going to display several briefing informations like for example, on that particular Excel I am choosing several rows. Then it is going to display total 6 rows are selected, or 6 numbers are selected, 6 cells are selected. The sum of those cells are 305 and average is 50.8333, like that. And ready state is there. And here this zoom slider is there 100%, so you can scroll this one to zoom in, zoom out. Okay, so like that. Now let us understand the ribbon. A ribbon provides shortcuts to commands in Excel. A ribbon provides shortcuts to commands in Excel. Commands means several operations we are performing that can be uh, identified with the help of shortcuts. A command is an action that the user performs. A command is an action that user performs. An example of a command is creating a new document is one operation, one command. Printing a document is another command. So all these commands are identified with the help of all these commands are provided with several shortcut keys with some beautiful icon. By seeing that icons, we can say that what operation that icon is going to perform, that command is going to perform. Okay, so this is the ribbon. The ribbon is included with the quick access toolbar, office button, and ribbon tabs are there: home, insert, page layout, and ribbon tabs. Okay, so this is the name of the book, workbook, book 1, Microsoft Excel. So here font, clipboard, these are the ribbon bars. A ribbon bar, for example, font. A font is grouped with these commands. All these commands are related commands which are performing the operation on text, like font family, font size increase, decrease, font color, background color, italic, underline, bold, like these operation. All the operation that we are performing on the text, they are the related operations are combined together, and they are giving some name. They are ribbon bars: clipboard ribbon bar, font ribbon bar, alignment. So text alignment, on the presentation you are going to present the text either in horizontally, vertical, or incline, left alignment, right alignment, all these operations, wrapping text, right? Such operations are combined and placed. Okay, ribbon tab, starting from the Microsoft Excel 2000 cell, all the option menus are replaced with the ribbon. In 2000, before 2007, all the options are available under the menus. Those menus are replaced with ribbons. A ribbon tabs are the bunch of specific options group which further contains the options. Ribbon tabs are bunch of specific option groups. For example, here home tab. Home tab is there. Home, under home tab, all these are several ribbon tabs. A tab, the tabs are used to group similar commands together. The home tab is used for basic commands such as formatting the data to make it more presentable, sorting and finding specific data within the spreadsheet. Coming to the ribbon bar, the bars are used to group similar commands together. Alignment ribbon bar is used to group all the commands that are used to align the data together. Okay, align ribbon bar is there. Align ribbon bar is used to group all the commands that are used to align the data together. That is available in home tab. Okay, so this is about the today's session. uh, le- let us move on to the application. Now I am opening the application by pressing the start button, and I am typing Excel. Then Microsoft Office Excel 2007 desktop application is there. I am left with the help of mouse, I am choosing this one. Now Microsoft Excel application is open. The default name of the application is book 1. If you want to change, you can. And this is the component that we have already discussed just now. Okay, so here sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, default sheets are 3 sheets are there, right? And this is the status bar in ready mode. So here macros, we don't have any macros now. And here this is the slider, zoom in zoom out slider. And this one is the normal view and page view, page layout, and page break view. So we are using these views in different ways while entering the text. Okay, so here these are all cells. So this is the work area, and if I am pressing mouse left button here means, so this is the active cell, and this active cell row number is 16 and column name is J, and that is displayed here in the name box J16. And this is the address bar. So with the help of address bar we can enter the data onto the active cell. By double clicking also you can enter the data. You can press F2 to enter the data. So this is the way we can enter the data onto the cells. And these are the tabs: home tab, insert tab, page layout, formula bar, data, review, view, developer, and etc. And these are the ribbon bars: cut, copy, paste, format, and etc. Font alignment, number, style ribbon, cells ribbon, editing ribbon, and etc. And this is the quick access toolbar, where we are performing the most frequently performed commands or operations here. This is the office button. This office button is bundled with these commands: new, open, save, save as, print, prepare, send, publish, and close, and etc. So this is about the introductory part. So if you have any query which are related to introduction part of Excel, just send a mail to kumarswamy.dapa@gmail.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you.